Tales of the Abyss is my second favorite game of all time, and most of that can be attributed to its main characters. And of all these characters, Dr. Colonel Jade, the Necromancer Curtis, née Balfour, he goes by many names, is probably the most layered of the bunch. While he is often seen with a condescending smile on his face and is a source of comedy for a large portion of the game, more often than not at the expense of the other party members, he exists as the single most mature character in the whole game. He's not simply mature due to him being the oldest of the main party, but as a result of the growth that he underwent from his past sins. As a young child, Jade was extremely callous and inhuman, even described as a devil by his own sister. This only got worse as he learned about the phonic arts under the tutelage of Professor Geldin Nebelum, becoming extremely proficient at these spells and taking great pleasure in slaying monsters with them. At the age of 9, he even invented his own branch of phonic arts called Phomicry, which allowed for the exact duplication of any object he wanted. While this was initially done to create a copy of his sister's broken doll, it wouldn't be long before he attempted it on a living being, when his own carelessness and eagerness to master phonic arts got Nebelum killed. Noticeably unshaken, he doesn't hesitate to just use Phomicry to clone his professor. However, instead of it being the same Nebelum that he knew, he brought into existence a monster of his teacher's likeness, one that he had to seal away personally. Nearly 2 decades later, during the main game, Jade is clearly matured to having a much greater understanding of the value of life. While he hides it all under a cheerful front, he has not forgotten about his mistakes, as made evident whenever Phomicry is the topic of conversation and he gets deadly serious. He truly has learned from his mistakes, even attempting to put a ban on it being used on living beings. And considering that a lot of the game's plot revolves around exactly that, Jade must come to terms with his sins numerous times throughout the game. In direct foil to him is his old friend Saphir, now going by Dist, demanding that Jade return to his old ways to bring Nebelum back properly. While Dist refuses to let go of the past, Jade has accepted it, and does his best to correct his path, even during the game when he has already matured so much. Both his newfound appreciation of life and willingness to change for the better are shown at their peak when he has to choose between the logical option of saving the world with the sacrifice of the protagonist Luke, or the idealistic option of finding a way to save the world without killing Luke. Valuing Luke as a friend, he confesses that he would rather the idealistic choice, only for Luke to say he didn't even know he was considered a friend by Jade. In realization of that, Jade reflects on how he's still a horribly cold person and apologizes to Luke. With so much weight on his shoulders and countless problems within the story being directly or indirectly his fault, Jade takes it all in a very mature stride. While others would collapse from this kind of guilt, Jade only grew from it.